Lack of updation over the decades created real hardship.
It's a widening injustice. It creates a class system among seniors. A 75-year-old who helped build the bank in the 80s and 90s is now struggling to cover medical bills.
And the older you get, the bigger that gap becomes.
Exactly. Each missed wage settlement widens the gap. This violates Article 14. You can't treat equals unequally just because they retired on different dates.
Okay, I'm gonna put on my CFO hat for a minute.
Go for it.
The banks are businesses, they have shareholders. The argument is always, we can't afford it.
That is the nuclear option defense banks always pull out. But our source comes prepared with the numbers. They've done the math.
What's the price tag?
According to their note, the approximate annual cost for updation, including the giant SBI, is around 3.28 lakh crores.
328 lakh crores. Now, to you and me, that's a lot of money.
But in the context of the entire Indian banking sector, isn't that kind of a rounding error?
It is because banks routinely write off bad loans and NPAs that are triple this amount for a single corporate defaulter.
Ouch. So the argument is you have money to forgive bad business decisions but not to pay bank retirees.
That's the moral argument. But there's also a technical counter to the we can't afford it claim. The source points to another rule, Regulation 11.
It mandates an annual actuarial investigation, basically a deep financial health check of the pension fund.
Okay,
The source argues that since this is required every single year, the banks must know what the liability is. They can't pretend the cost is some big mystery.
and they contend the pension funds are healthy enough to absorb that hit?
Yes, they say the funds are certified as robust, so the financial impossibility defense is, in their view, just another smokescreen.
There's one more angle here that I find really fascinating, the comparison to the Reserve Bank of India, the RBI.
Ah, yes, the parity argument.
The RBI is the regulator, they are the boss, and their pensioners got updation.
So the regulator is taking care of its own people, but the employees at the banks they regulate are left out in the cold.
So if the parent scheme at RBI has been updated,